Everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review and recap for Put a Ring on It Season 2, Episode 4, Let the Foolishness Continue. This whole show is just a bad answer. Sean gonna cry again. He's probably gonna fight the air in the car. I don't know. Darian's gonna do something real stupid. I want to punch this girl that he's dating in the face. Like, this whole thing vexes my spirit, but sure. We're here. Let's see what happens. Alright, we're back, and the question is, was LaRonda gonna give this man a second date? She does, and I feel like it was, at this point when they go to the confessional, it feels like it was done out of spite, not because she really wanted to have a second date with him. She just wanted to spite Sean because he had showed his ass that morning. And so, what, tit for tat, he gets a second date. Whoever this little girl he went on a date with and wasn't paying attention to, she gets a second date. They continue to say this probably every episode until they stop making this show. This is a bad idea, especially in regards to this couple. But this is not a good idea. This is just not good. This is not good. It's just not good. Hold the hell on. So Eric and Alexia don't get dates this week. Everybody else get dates, but Eric and Alexia, who are the girl who was like, stop holding my man's hand, and Eric, who paid absolutely no attention to his girlfriend when she left, that he didn't even know that she was gone, they don't get dates. But you gonna allow this raggedy ass Darian? Okay. Again, I don't know how many times this is a bad idea. This is not good. But okay. All right, let's talk about the inequity in the relationships. Jesus Christ, from Nazarene. So before we even start this, let me just say this. Let's have a moment of transparency with Abby Reviews. I am a Scorpio, and I don't share. Infidelity is my line in the sand. It always has been. It always will be my line in the sand. I will take a lot. I will do a lot. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do infidelity. If you can't be fidelish, if you can't be loyal, you get away from me. Because somebody's going to end up hurt, and I can guarantee you it will not be me. Okay? So let's start there. Secondly, Eric he jealous because she's going on a second date, and he's not, because we'll get to them in a minute. Or not, because boring. Let's get to Darian and Alexa, because they get into this huge argument. And let's talk about the inequity and how a narcissist tries to throw shit to get. So they're arguing, and she's like, what it is your communication and how you do certain things. And there's too big of gaps happening, which would lead me to believe that you're doing something you have no business doing. They have a condo in a part of downtown. And he will say he does his music. He has this recording studio at the condo. That's where he does his music with his friends. He'll say to her at 2 a.m, I'm going to Waffle House. Do you want me to bring you something back? Bet, bring me back some waffles, whatever. He doesn't show up until 8 a.m. 2 a.m, 8 a.m, that's a 6-hour jump with no communication from you as to where you're at. I'm sitting up waiting for the Waffle House. Like, I'm texting you, calling you, you're not responding. And then you just stroll your ass through the door at 8 a.m. and that's supposed to be cute. Let me tell you what she says, you tell me you going out. She says, you tell me you're going out of town, and then I don't hear back from you again until you come back in town. So the whole time that you're gone, however many days that you're gone, you don't call, you don't text, you don't check in. I've landed safely. I'm here. This is where I'm staying. Nothing. He says, well, that seems like it's a guilty conscience and you projecting, common sense. He said, and I'm supposed to trust you and you got men putting heart eyes on your pictures on Instagram? Nigga, you leave town for days and I don't hear from you until you get back in town. Which fuels my insecurities and my suspicions about what are you doing in that time that you can't communicate with me. And you getting rah-rah because some random nigga left heart eyes on my Instagram picture. Nigga, I'm fine. You should be concerned if somebody's not leaving heart eyes under my pictures, telling me I'm that. I want you to listen to your fucking self. He's like, I trust you, I just don't trust no nigga who leaving heart eyes. Then DAWTA says, well, the nigga living heart eyes supports me. Anything that I do, he's there rooting me on. Are you doing those things? Maybe you should be concerned. Again, I'm going to say, this show is a bad idea. Alexia, baby, this message is for you. Just break up with this nigga. Like, it's 14 years. Just chalk it up to a lesson learned and move. Child. This ignorant son of a bitch just say, I need to go on this date with Kai because I need that feminine energy. So the woman that you are with and have been in love with for the last 14 years, she ain't got the feminine energy? Okay. Girl, break up with this nigga. Also, quiet as it's kept, I want to hit this Kai broad in the face with a brick. Just me? Am I the only one that feels that way? I can't be the only one that feels. Like, I don't... What? I could have him if I wanted him. And she thinks that's a flex. Okay, now that Kai has talked about her children and shit, maybe I'll hit her in the face with a Nerf bat instead of a real. Maybe not an aluminum, possibly a Nerf bat. I guess. Oh, Jesus. And I want to know if Darian has children and he's been with Kai for 14 years. He speaks about his children like maybe Kai doesn't have a relationship, which would not make any sense to me. How you been in a relationship with somebody for 14 years and you have children outside of that particular union and your partner doesn't have a relationship with your kids? How is that even... That don't make sense. The plot thickens. So, okay. We're back with Brittany and her second date with Sean because she really didn't get a fair shake because he was so concerned about baby girl. Brittany ain't getting no. She really didn't get a fair shake from Sean. So they're going on a second date and she's having a studio session and she's invited Sean to come see her in her element. And then she starts singing in that booth. I'm gonna need the engineer to tweak that line because it's hard. To my ears, it was not sonically pleasing to me. Not to say that she's horrible, but it's horrible. Not that I'm anybody's anything, but I'm just saying too. But we'll see what happens. So Sean is telling old girl that he's a big fan of an apology and saying you're sorry, blah, blah, blah. But he's at odds with LaRonda right now and not apologizing. But what? That didn't. Okay. So he did third date and, it could be something. I feel like Shad is not stable. 1 minute he's over here, he all in love with LaRonda, he's having a meltdown and crying and shit and throwing up because she done went on a date. And the next thing, he about to be in love with a new girl. It's unstable in all his ways. So Jessica goes on a second date with Clarence. He took his shirt off, which was, I lost focus on anything that was really being said after that. But let me see what I could remember. He has a tattoo of his ex-wife's name, and he goes in. She asks him a question about why they divorced and would he do it over again to try and change the relationship. And he says no. because that opened his eyes to what he wants in his future relationships. So it was a lesson learned. Wonderful. He starts to ask questions about why her and Eric. She immediately is like, no, don't be asking me questions. I'm asking the questions around here. Mind your business. She got very defensive with it. And if you are really trying to get to know this man and have this man get to know you, answer the man's questions. It's only fair. You dug into his life about his tattoo and his ex-wife and why they broke up and what happened and blah, blah, blah. So why can't he ask you about your current situation if you... Again, the show is a bad idea. Listen, anyway, I'm just glad he took his shirt off and kept it off. Thank you. Okay. So Darian and Alexa meet with Dr. Nicole. Darian gets the floor to say what he wants. And then Alexa tries to explain her point of view about him and some of the things that he's done that paints the picture that it looks suspicious. It gives the appearance that something is going on. And she can't even finish a thought without him screaming and calling her a liar. And talk about we not going to be able to lie throughout this whole process. And she's like, but I'm not lying. He's like, you're a liar. Both her and Dr. Nicole is looking at him like, bruh, you were doing entirely too much. Entirely too much. So you mean to tell me that this nigga, in the 14 years that y'all have been together, has had 3 children by 2 different women? Daughter, why are you still here? He has shown and proved to you time and time again that he is not the correct answer for you. Why are you still here, daughter? Why, daughter? Why? Ain't no dick that good. I'm sorry. It just, no. Girl, I'll buy you a rose until you can figure out what you're going to do with yourself. Did this raggedy nigga say that she's not marriage material? Daughter, are you listening to what this man is saying? Are you taking it to heart? Do you hear what this man is saying in regards to you? Like, my feelings are hurt on your behalf. This nigga said you're not marriage material. And y'all have been together and you've been putting up with his bullshit for 14 years, love. Choose you. Where's your level of self-preservation? Do you not hear what this man is saying? Daughter. Run. Okay, so LaRonda has her date with Sir James. Is that his name? He's Sir James? Whatever the second date is with the boy. They go bowling. They are referring now to Sean as the dragon, which is super cute. And she talks to him about his last relationship and he said it was hard. Sir James seems to think that the issues between him and Sean and LaRonda can be worked out and they can be fine. But he said he likes her. He likes her competitive spirit and he would like to go on another date. Everybody wants to go on more dates. So we'll see. So there we back in the group setting for the end of the episode. And Darian and Alexa have taken another turn on their merry-go-round of a toxic relationship. And they said they've had a conversation and he finally understood that it's the way you paint the picture. It's not that she is accusing him. It's just how you paint the picture. It leads me to that conclusion. And so she was like, she went back to All-Star Weekend and he was like, he showed her on her phone the pictures. Like, why, if you had just communicated like an adult, then you wouldn't have to go through this showing pictures and videos of what happened and all that good stuff. But I digress. They back on their merry-go-round shit until they pick another argument and fight about something else stupid. So we then go to Erica and Jess. And Eric says that he feels like 80% of the people don't care about whatever your issue is. And he counts his significant Jessica as part of the 80% that don't give a damn about his feelings. So, and then he says, you know, sometimes I don't even want to go to her because I feel like whatever she's going to say is the same. I just want different advice. But if she's giving you sound advice and more than one person is giving you the same advice, maybe you should take that advice into consideration and not consider, oh, well, I'm not just going to talk to her because she's just going to agree with X, Y, and Z when I talk to him. So it's useless to talk to her. Maybe she's your confirmation. The Lord puts people, your helpmate in your life, your helpmeet, to reveal some things to you. And sometimes she's the confirmation that the Lord has already sent other outside people to give you certain advice about a situation. And she's the confirmation that you needed, that that was the correct advice and to go in that direction. Not that she's useless to talk to because she just agrees with. So she says, what I heard you say to me is that you don't want to listen to me and what I have to say and the input that I have. And he says, no, that's not what I said. That's what you just made up in your head. Did we all make it up in our head? Because we all heard the same thing. And even Dr. Cole was like, are you sure that's what she... Because I heard it too, darling. Really, sir? Okay. So we're going around talking about who's going to get a second date, third date, whatever. So they get to Sean, and Sean is like, I'm scared of this. I don't like playing with fire, blah, 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 blah. They said sometimes, you're not trusting your partners because you don't trust yourself. So with that being said, he decides to go on another date with the little girl. So cool, fine. So we get to Darian and Alexa. Darian tries to pull the same thing, only we know it's... So Darian tries to pull the same number that Sean is. It's two completely different situations. But you still want to take your ragged ass out here and go on a fourth date. And Kai at this point is like, I told you how this makes me feel. This is not helping our situation. It's making it worse. And I'm done. And so she's like, okay, you want to know how I feel about him deciding to go on yet another date with this girl? And she gets up and walk out. And he looking dumb kind of like, and then she go, what is your problem with this girl? Run, Kai. This is the best decision that you've ever... She's like, I've been with this man over half of my life. And you still playing games? Bet. That's okay, I'm good. Run, daughter. Don't listen to whatever he got to say. Just be done. Walk away. Because this ain't it. This is a bad idea. I don't know how many times I need to say this. This is a bad idea. That's how the episode ended. I hope she doesn't come back. I hope she leaves. Listen, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. But this is my review and recap for Put a Ring on a season 2 episode, whatever. This is a whole ass mess. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kid. Tell me what you think. If you were Kai, would y'all do? I would do the same. I would have been left. I wouldn't have done it. But I'm smart enough to know not to do this bullshit to begin with. But no. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. I'll catch y'all for something else. Peace out.